Okie doke. All right. So over here, we have a graph to the right-hand side, and we say, all right, so can you interpret this graph? This is a function of the line. It's f of x. And we say, hey, what's f of 3? That should be easy, right? Well, it's f of 3. F of 3, it's right here. That would be a -4. So what point is this on the graph? That would be 3 comma -4. That's extremely easy. I don't think anybody would miss it. And what comes in, what makes it challenging is the next question, because students, again, brain likes to make convenient assumptions. So for part B, find the values of x where f of x is 0. Now, before I tell you the answer, can you guess what is the most common wrong answer? What is the most common wrong answer? Some people may put 0, but I would say 0. It's not the most common wrong answer. Louder? 4. Can you see why people would put in 4 as the answer? Why? What are they thinking? Why would they put down 4 as the answer? Yeah, they think that x is 0, right? And this is why notation is very important. You cannot miss it, right? It says, hey, please find the x value when f of x or the y is equal to 0. So when the y is equal to 0, hey, you have these 2 points. So it's all about your reading skills. What are these points? Or what are the x values? The x values will be -5 and 2. And name these points on the graph. They will be -5 comma 0 and 2 comma 0. People fail pre-calculus. It's not because it's hard. It's because they are not reading it properly. If you're patient and you actually read it, it's not hard. So now, if you understand part B, if you understand the most common mistake, then let's go ahead and try part C on your own. Find the x values where f of x is -2. Where is it f of x is being -2? I think there are quite a few points, actually. X could be okay, the smallest point. Can you get, what's the smallest x value? -7. -7. And then the next one would be 2.5 or 2.5 or 5/2. Okay, so we have a point right here. We have a point right here. Okay, now we are, and by the way, for this point in particular, okay, we're able to say it is 2.5 because not that we are assuming things. It's because we know the slope right here. Okay, we know the slope. The slope is -4. So in order to be -4, that means it goes to the right half a unit as it goes down by 2 units. So that's how we know for sure it's 2.5. And now we also have this segment. That's all -2. Okay, so if that's the case, then let's go ahead and use interval notation to express it. That would work. So we say from 4 to 7. And since there's no arrow, we assume that it stops right there. Okay, and again, it's about reading. It's about our brain making some very careless mistake that we thought, that it is the x value, but it's actually telling you the y value. Okay, so now this is kind of thing that many students would stumble on the SAT as well. You know, SAT, you're panicking, you're reading it very quickly, and you are not expecting what you are supposed to see. So people make mistakes, careless mistakes, by the way.